This week, Bikes and Breakfast in BOGOTA had an unusually high turnout. Some bikes you probably haven't seen before. And the headliner of the show was Bob V's Vincent Immaculate Restoration. You can watch it all in 4K. Just adjust your device accordingly. Bikes and Breakfast in BOGOTA. We start off with a Vincent. And a beautiful day. And what can I say? We have seen this bike on, it's Bob V's Vincent. We have a video on our channel of his whole collection. You can search it, Bob V. Check it out. This is a beauty. Very, very well restored, I guess is the right word. And Bob V is here, of course. Maybe we'll get to talk to him later, but we're going to walk around and see some of the bikes. Now, among the interesting things on a Vincent, and there's an endless supply of things, when I was by Bob V's collection, and I looked at some of the things that go into a restoration like this, and look at the rims, for instance. Just look at the paintwork on the rims. Just one little detail. There's also so many things on a Vincent that are different than a regular motorcycle. The kickstands are totally different. The way things are mounted is different. And it just, you walk around this and it's like you go on tour and there's a sprocket on both sides. Now, there's just things on this that are interesting as can be. And I do remember, again, the visit I made to Bob V's, him explaining a lot of these features. He has made trips to England to get parts. And these are super rare, of course, collectible. One up, look at that. Don't forget, Bob, ruin your whole day. 900 miles on that speedometer, but every part of this bike, every part is museum quality. This is really, really a jewel.
You got to spend it on something.
Right.
See, the thing is, when I bought this bike, everybody wanted to take the floor.
Oh, this is what I was talking about. Oh, yeah.
I never threw any of the stuff away. A lot of people, they took the stuff off and got rid of
sir,
it.
no pictures. I knew a guy, he worked for a Japanese guy. And the guy in Japan would buy motorcycles. This guy would go pick them up. So he said, and I noticed because I sold a KZ-1000 to the guy in Japan. And so the guy comes over, so we're talking, and I go, what are the fringe benefits here? He goes, what do you mean? Well, I mean, you know, you go into somebody's house, they're selling you a bike, you're in their garage. He goes, oh, because the best thing is they tell the guy in Japan that it's the aftermarket exposed. And I go and I say, you don't have the original on here somewhere? And they go, oh, yeah.
So it just looks like a fabulous day. There's some really cool equipment here. We're super early. There'll be more bikes rolling in because it is just a priceless day. We're in BOGOTA at the BOGOTA Free Press. Check it out. Check Bikes and Breakfast out. This is the fourth Sunday of every month. Very easy to get to from northern New Jersey. Check it out.
Oh, everything.
Dealer would keep the pipes and then he resell it.
Yes, yeah. That's right. I'm walking the road.
You don't have yeah.
Somebody's got them.
I remember the first time I met, I went up to Ole a couple years ago.
Dale, I don't know if you remember him.
He was banned for a while.
I remember that. I remember Cycle City.
So anything hot is.
There's some beautiful stuff here already. They didn't even start yet. Beautiful, beautiful. The guy with the Kawasaki's an original owner, had it repainted in the Carolinas, and it looks pretty nice, to be honest. Pretty nice, very nice. Nice to see so many people maintaining and showing these nice old bikes. Now, I never want to forget to thank Dale, who initiated this, I think about 10 years ago, maybe I'm wrong. And it has grown exponentially. Again, it's Bikes and Breakfast. You can just look it up on the internet. We draw people from the New York area too, as well as New Jersey. And there's something for everybody. But the nicest thing, it's a wonderful atmosphere, friendly, everybody's welcome. The bikes don't segregate off into individual groups. Looks like the same bike Joe Roselli got, the Tracer. Different accessories, different windshield. New brakes, check that out. Now, it seems like every time I attend one of these bikes and breakfasts, I wind up meeting some people. A lot of them like Guy and Fast Mike. They become my friends and riding companions. And today we met up with some new people. You're going to see them on future videos. They have hopefully become part of our group. But it's a great place to meet new riding friends. Great place to make any new friends. So by the time you see this, Joe Padula will already be in Vermont with his group. Oh my God. Look, nice paint on this guy here. When they are starting to roll in, you can hear them in the background. Always like to check out the paint. The paint on that KZ was very nice. And Guy is at track day today, so if you were interested, he's probably out there burning up his slicks already. Vlad may show up if we can get him an alarm clock. Come on, Vlad. Hey, when you get old, you don't want to get up early in the morning. I get it. Luciano's going to that alarm clock place in time, right? Oh, nice quiet bike.
Build it up with helicopters. That was so negative. I don't know if it's such a low, you know. Motor's gonna blow it. Camera truck is gonna blow off. Like maybe 1,800 low lead. Your helicopters are driven by turbines. They use larger. You can burn anything. Yeah, it started. I mean, it shows its age, but it's kind of like it's like a vintage wine. You have to appreciate it even for its age.
You guys know Thomas Luciano? He's got. I thought this was his bike.
No.
Thomas, if you're not here, the guy stole your bike. He looks bigger than me, so I'm not going to let him. Don't worry. Yeah, he's got pretty much the same bike. Nice.
Thanks.
Nice, nice, nice. Good to see these guys being maintained.
You rarely see them. I mean, you can go to car.
I thought he had the only one around.
Yeah, no, you go to bike meets all year long and not have someone hop in.
10,000 miles?
On a rebuild. Yeah.
Wow, nice. Yeah, that's nice. Thomas, eat your heart out here. You could have been here. Instead of going to the beach with all the bikini girls, you could have been here with the real men.
Mercedes Zero Vans or something, right?
Well, yeah, the last time I had it was like, yeah, some elongated.
Turbo Steve's bike. You might recognize these parts. They were in my cellar for half a year. May recognize the tank too. Wow, in fact this whole bike was in my cellar at one time. Well, he's got it all back together again.
Really? Maybe because I'm driving in New York and I'm holding it.
Henry, I hate to apologize, but I don't see any Moto Guzzies here yet. My sincere apologies. Maybe they're all down by you and down south. I don't know.
Was that that hot?
I was the last guy.
No, there was a guy coming.
When I turned my phone in, that's what I had. Just going over the smartphone. My wife just wanted you have to.
You won't believe. Look at the shape of that thing.
Now whose is that for? That's Todd's?
No, well, it was. Richard brokered it to a guy upstate New York. He got 15 grand for that pile of parts. Hey, you won't believe this.
Now we got it started on one kick. Bob, you know, this is the guy I fell out of the chair 2 weeks ago. He made a big deal and I'm drunk and stuff.
I saw him trying to start that red one day. I thought he was going to have a heart attack.
God. You better stop not making fun of Wendy here. So our friend with the Harley, who has the antique Harleys, he got it started on the first kick, I think. This is one piece of work, baby.
Let's see. This.
I love the rims on this.
You like the paint. That's what you like. Painted rims.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
How's this bad boy running? Good?
It's been good, yeah.
It's a beauty. And as you get older, it looks better and better. It's hard to believe, but young kids have no interest. They'd rather have an R6.
Talking about Bob or the bike?
No. It's like when you look at young women, they never have a pension plan. Oh, here we go, baby. Look at that! Wow, am I impressed?
There you go.
Hey! Looks like everybody's getting ready to go out here now. But there's the show right there. And Bob V's whole collection is on a previous video. Just search the channel for Bob V. See you later, alligator! Now what I decided to do, since we have a wonderful video of Bob V's collection of motorcycles, and there's a very eclectic collection, and his race cars, several race cars in his collection and antique cars. I thought that'd be interesting to tack on at the end of the video so you wouldn't have to do a search, but there is a full version of this. I just took a few minutes of outtakes, things I thought would be relative to the Vincent and to his motorcycle collection, but he's a very, very interesting and talented guy. you may want to watch the whole video in its entirety. Again, you just search in my channel, search Bob V. It'll be right in the list of videos that come up concerning Vincent. Anyway, Bob, thank you for this interview. Let's go to the interview. Keep more toys. Let's see.
Yeah,
you got
all
toys?
kinds. Cars, motorcycles.
Who has more toys, you or Dale? Or is it a tie?
Yeah,
Always say it's a tie. Oh, but there's the pride of the fleet, baby.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
that's
God.
my favorite.
If I stole every one except one, which one would you want me to leave here? This one.
Well, I guess you'd have to leave this one. It's probably the most
Wow.
valuable here.
Nice. Yeah, I just took pictures of this Sunday. Nice.
Oh, that was Richards that you saw.
Oh, the HDR or HRD, whatever it is.
Yeah, Richards is a 48. This one's a 49.
This is a 49er. So tell me about this, because I'm not well versed in Vincent technology.
In 49, they changed the model from a B to a C, and roughly at the same time they dropped the HRD from their castings.
Okay.
And then they went to just, they called them all Vincents then, because there was some, they say there was confusion with Harley Davidson, but I think the owner of the company wanted his name on all everything.
Oh, it was HRD?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I saw it was on the tank, was
Yeah,
written
they-
HRD.
Yeah, they got rid of all the HRDs and they're just Vincents.
Now, when we were up at the creamery one time, a guy pulled in on a Vincent, and he took about, and you probably know the guy, he took a half hour explaining to us all the unique features of how the kickstands work and how to brake.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
for
yeah.
instance, Japanese bikes don't have a brake adjuster.
That has two brake adjusters, it's
Yeah.
got two front brakes.
Wow.
And it's got a balance beam in the middle so that they're both go on even.
Oh, my.
And the bike is made so they come with a toolkit, but you don't need many tools. You can take the wheels off and do chain adjustments and everything without it, just your hands.
Wow.
You don't need any tools at all.
That is absolutely cool. Look at it. Now, this shifts on, this is an English bike, so it
Yeah.
shifts on this side?
Shifts on the
Adjustable shift?
Yeah, well, it's
Wow.
adjustable for your feet.
Yeah, yeah. If
Everything
you have large shoes.
turns, short, up and down, the angle.
And what is this? If you want to shift it by hand? Or?
You can shift it by hand. That's called the indicator.
Okay.
You can look down and make sure you're in neutral because, you know, to be perfectly honest, it is different than regular motorcycles a little
It's
bit.
a little harder to get into.
Oh no, it shifts wonderfully. There's no issues. They're known for some unusual clutch antics, but this one doesn't have any of that. I had to go.
And this one is yours now, and Richards is the one that has
Richards is a B.
HRD.
Richards is a touring model.
Okay.
This has the silver aluminum fenders versus Richards has painted fenders.
This is like the sport model, or
Yeah, they're both the same engine. Richards has slightly wider wheels and tires that are a little smaller.
Oh, you know what I wanted
Like a
to ask
touring
you?
bike.
I got to ask you something too. Did you ever take a durometer to these tires?
Yeah, you asked me about that, and I started to look for my old durometer, and
I
did
brought
not-
one.
Okay.
I brought one.
Those are the ones
Because
you wanted to
the
see.
K81s, before I
Yeah.
order a set, I want to make
Yeah,
sure they're
I
going to
didn't
be.
get back to you. I looked for my. We raced with cars, and I was digging up.
I know you know about tires.
Yeah, so I did. I couldn't answer you. I know.
See, I
saw
want to
them.
have these on the RD, but I don't want to have rock hard touring
They
tires.
make them another size smaller too, I think. Now these are 19s, but they 18s.
Well,
they have a bigger selection.
Yeah, they have 300, 325, and 350. I understand. Tim told me these are good tires. I think Tim
I
has
have
them.
them on this. You know, it's the same tire, and I have these on here now 5 years, and I
Yeah.
love them.
Well, I brought the durometer. Well, if you're not
I'm not disappointed.
slipping them out or anything.
These
so
have about 2,000 miles on them. And
Okay. They look brand new.
yeah, well, you got too many motorcycles to ride. It's not like you where you go every day 150 miles.
Sometimes I only go 125.
If I want to go somewhere, I take that.
All I want to know is that they're not. Oh my, they're nice and soft.
Onto in the middle of the tread in case there's a difference.
Well, it's a one compound
Yeah,
tire,
it
I'm
is-
sure.
They're all coming in 65s.
65s are good. Yeah, that's good for a street
Yeah.
tire.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you want to go and just
Do another one just to
this
see.
This one's older.
Okay. And they're you're air conditioned here, so this garage is air. So if you put them out in the sun, they'll be softer.
These are saying same thing. 66, 67.
That's fine. You're not going to get step
68.
outs. Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
On it.
Okay, this is the.
That's a Rickman.
And it's got a custom frame, of course.
It's a Rickman frame, Rickman
Yeah.
road race frame. It's a 67.
Yeah.
This is a Triumph 8 valve.
Yeah, I got pictures of my bike that had the same fairing and the windshield. And you tell me if it's the same one. Maybe they only made one. But I didn't have the lower
No, this
piece.
was the standard road race fairing, but this one is set up as a street bike.
Okay.
In 67 they made 5. And this one somehow was shipped to a guy named Hoffman in upper Midwest. And he used it very little. It only had 1,700 miles on it. Now, this was, you was talking about the tires. It had these Dunlop road seal, they were like, you know, old, red, with red stripes on them.
Oh, Jesus.
So on eBay, I found a guy had a new old stock set, and there they are sitting there over there in case I wanted to put them on. They're in the box over there.
Oh, okay.
But I bought new ones.
See how I know it's the same? Because the mounts are the same.
Yeah, well,
and I
that
remember
was-
having to weld that to the frame
If you-
when I made that bike.
The brackets in the front.
Yeah, but this is a professional job.
Yeah, well, from the Rickman factory.
Yeah, they did that right at the factory.
Yeah.
I remember the glass piece always wiping the bugs off it. Oh, man. Yeah, when you had this up at the Bikes and Breakfast, I took a lot of pictures of it. This is a nice.
I like the way this one sounds. But it's,
I got you taken off. Did you see
it's
it?
very uncomfortable to ride because I can't ride it with boots on because it's made for a guy a foot shorter than we are.
Oh.
You can't bend your ankle enough to get in it. So I have to use, low shoes. But it is fun to ride. And it handles like a
There's
dream.
compromises to everything we
Yes,
do,
sir.
isn't there?
Yes, sir.
Now, I had ordered these exact custom parts from England, and the bike I made in 75 and 76, and I had some black and white pictures that I wanted to compare actually right up with this bike. I know they make one side for the sidecar, so if
Correct.
you're going to pull a sidecar,
Correct.
you just turn the wheel
Yeah.
around. Tell me about some of the other. Now, what is this is for the
Well,
seat?
this is a damper for the seat because the seat is half on the frame and half on the rear suspension.
Oh, it's like a Harley?
I
not really.
don't
No,
know
not
how
really.
Harley is, but you can increase the damping of the rear suspension to a degree. But this is a C, so it has a hydraulic damper between the springs because it's like a monoshock,
Right.
like modern kind of bike. They work quite a bit ahead of their time. The engine is a stressed part of the frame.
Yeah, there's no frame underneath it. You
No,
just
that's
unbolt
it.
it from the top
That's
and
it.
you take the bike off the engine.
There's an oil tank underneath the gas tank that is the top frame that holds the head frame and the steering races.
You know what the problem is with a lot of younger people, even people that want to know about these bikes, it's hard to get information if you don't see one in real life.
Yeah, that's true.
They show you a magazine, they don't tell you about all these tricks like the front brake. That's pretty cool.
This is a Rapide, so it has the standard drums. If it were a Shadow, it has finned drums. They're a little bit better for dissipating heat, but the brakes are the same.
And obviously you don't even need tools to get
That's
this
a
off.
Tommy bar, it comes right off.
Wow.
Everything unhooks, and you can jack
And
it
it's
up.
got a stand. I know. I've seen.
Yeah,
them
it's got a
put the
front stand.
A front stand, a back stand.
Yeah.
All it needs is a come along. You have your own come along.
It's got
Find
rear
a tree.
stand. This stand that it's on now, the center stand, is an aftermarket.
Okay. It's
which
not.
is the best that they didn't use. They didn't have a center stand on the Vincent until '54.
Now one of these is a compression release.
Correct. That's the bottom one.
So to start it, you would.
Well, to start it,
You got to get up on compression of the.
Richard had an issue the other day, but you would find.
Oh, you don't have to start it, but.
So I'm on compression.
Okay.
You would just go over.
You want to be right off compression,
Correct.
so you
So
get
you're
the most
past it.
flywheel.
So you would kick it down, holding a compression release in, and then it would start.
Yeah.
Had the fuel in it, and the chokes on because it's a manual.
Yeah,
choke.
you don't start it
Ticklers.
now. We know it runs. That is wild.
Yeah, you get it spinning, and then you release the compression release. So when it comes back up on compression, you have some speed in the flywheels, some energy in them, and it'll fire.
Did you ever prop an airplane?
I've seen it done, but no, not.
I brought some pictures of my airplane.
They
here.
just take it and wing it and run away.
It's
from
like
it.
kicking a Vincent.
Yeah.
Except you use your hand.
Yeah, the mag on and then clear, and then the guy pulls it and you run away.
Yeah, it's not a lot different. Now, it's always wonderful sharing your passion for things with friends who have the same passion, and it really helps if you have this kind of an environment. We basically had the whole day to hang out, check out all of these things that amazing stuff that he has, and we had a common interest in aviation. In my case, I had taken him some pictures of some of the stuff I had, including my air coupe, and he had shown me his album, we're going to show it later in the video, of his race car days racing Corvettes, and which I look at that and I just think just had a wonderful life.
I bought that from the original owner. I think it's got 10,000 miles on it. When I bought it, it had about 7, high 7s.
Oh, it's whistle clean too.
Yep, it runs really good. It's nice. It's the 5-speed. It's a good Triumph.
Totally reliable.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. You want totally reliable, you buy a new Triumph.
The best one,
totally reliable.
When I was in England, the York Museum, the guys on Triumphs and Ducatis as up past me, every one of them had a ponytail. I said to my wife, I said, we're driving along. I said, I didn't know that many women rode in England. We get to the York Museum, there's all the bikes.
The guys with ponytails.
No, the helmets had ponytails.
Oh!
That was the trendy thing back then. Everybody had to have a ponytail. Oh, this one's nice too.
Yeah, it's an air-cooled 900
Thruxton.
Triumph. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a 12. Out of the only thing that I did with that one is put locomotion. I set this up. It's got the off-road mufflers on it and the bikini fairing.
I put one of those mufflers on my FCR. It was way too loud though. It was an aftermarket one from Dime Cycle.
Yeah, these are factory Triumphs.
Yeah, they're quieter,
Yeah,
but
they're
that look,
not loud.
the ones that look like Nortons.
They're nothing like that thing over
Oh,
there. That's just,
when you took off at Bikes and Breakfast, every eye on the place was there to see if
yeah,
you missed
has
it,
a
that you'd
very
miss a
nice
shift or
I
something.
missed a deal shortly after that weekend for a set of factory Triumph Shorty megaphones, which are louder yet.
Right.
And I kicked myself for not. They were on the West Coast, and it's probably better I left those on. They're longer and maybe a little quieter. But the I'm in your light.
Yeah, I've gotten this one on a video many times with the
76.
European tank. You told me about
big
that.
Tank, the 5-gallon tank.
Well, next time you're in England, get me one of those big tanks. That mine only gets about 80 miles to a tank with the way it's set up.
Yeah.
And if you're on it, riding with Luciano.
Yeah. About 25, 26 miles a gallon, this one, and it's blown stock. You know, this one's totally stock.
Yeah.
And the next one you see, the TR5T Triumph. Richard piqued my interest in those things.
Did you ever ride this in the dirt though, or is it not a practical thing?
Other than it's way compared here. Here's two bikes of the same era.
Okay.
If you ride this and then ride that, you'd never want to ride that in the dirt because this is so much better. This is
it's a Yamaha.
Besides that,
That hurts.
You know,
No,
it's got 8 inches of wheel travel.
course,
This
of
has got
course.
about 4.
It's not, yeah.
This is stiff. This is soft.
Yeah, you're comparing Spitfires
Yeah.
and F-16s.
The engines are roughly the same size. They make
Yeah.
roughly the same power.
Oh, Hodaka. Oh, God, Ray is going to die. Ray, he's got a Hodaka. Oh, my God.
An ED250.
Oh.
They only made
Oh,
about
God.
1,000 of these before they went out of business.
Oh, the guy that's got my race bike in Florida, Ray, he loves these.
This
Ray,
is
I'll see if I can steal it when he's not looking.
This is a restoration, perfect, everything that we can make right on it.
Yeah.
New old
Wow.
stock parts.
What year is this now?
This is a 78.
Okay.
And that's a 70.
Yeah, but it's not a good
73.
comparison. It's a different comparison anyway.
Oh, you talk dirt bikes. This is a street dirt bike. That's a street dirt bike.
You saw that OSA that I restored for
Yeah,
truck?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, fiberglass.
Yeah. And after the whole thing, the tank leaked.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You
don't
can't-
tell me about it. I repaint the whole thing.
You can't put ethanol gas in them.
Well, he's a guy like you that he knows his stuff, but I didn't know that he didn't know that. That's
No,
amazing to me.
Well, motorcycles, new cars are made to run on it, but that's different. But the antique stuff, you put ethanol in this tank and suddenly you're at a $500 tank. So they say,
I don't remember what I paid for mine, but it was expensive.
so now the company that owns the rights to the tank, they're $500.
Wow.
And then you got to go through the thing of painting it, and it doesn't have the same paint. It wasn't from the same
Yeah,
era.
yeah.
You know, this has got some checking in it, but I'll take that because it holds. And I plumbed it so I can take all the fuel out of it every time I use it, and it just refills.
So tell me what the deal is. You drain the tank every time you ride
Every
the
time
bike.
I drain it dry. And
Leave the cap
leave
open.
the cap so it vents, so fumes go away.
Okay.
And when I want to fuel it, well, this is a drain valve.
Okay.
And when I want to empty it, I open it up, take the
And
all
put
the
a
gas,
5-gallon can on it.
a tray.
And what kind of fuel how do you get on
And
it?
this one I run 50-50. Half race gas, which I probably don't need, but some leaded gas in the.
It's got a 4-valve
non-ethanol.
head though, right?
Yeah.
That's a 4-valve head. Okay.
I found that I was using that fuel in this as well, but it really doesn't need it. Anything like 90, anything like high, not even high test, this doesn't need anything. I use marine fuel, which is 90 octane, but it has no ethanol in it. And we can get it, and you buy it in a marina, you buy it, and they run fine.
So I hope you did enjoy the Bikes and Breakfast. There are other Bikes and Breakfasts on the channel from various ones on the East Coast. Check them all out. And I hope you enjoyed. Bob V is such an interesting guy. And that full video, I just took outtakes on this of some of the things. If you're interested in Corvette racing or antique bikes or Vincent's, he has got a wealth of interesting stuff to share. And thank you, Bob, and your wife, Diane, of course. While I was there, they were great hosts. And, of course, the Vincent. So I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please take a second, hit the like button. And as always, thanks for supporting the channel. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button if you did, and thank you so much for watching.